All right. Should be live now. What's going on, guys? We got a crazy 5-game slate to talk about. So much news to go over. There's a lot of potential guys being limited. Teams not playing maybe their starters to full minutes. There is a lot of risk on the slate, and again, I would tread lightly here. I am playing very light. There's so much still up in the air right now. There's so much value that it makes the slate very tricky. You have to get your value plays right. And then, again, the stars, a lot of the stars, their minutes questions are up in the air. LeBron, AD, Giannis, they could be limited, right? So this is a really tricky slate and one that I would not go crazy on. What's up, guys? So let's go over everything we got so far from the beginning of the day. So I went over a lot of the stuff we got last night, but big news here with the OKC guys. No SGA, no Steven Adams. Let me hold on, confirm that is good. Okay, no Gallinari and no Nerlens Noel. So obviously OKC is very thin. CP3 is going to play, but we don't really know if he's going to be limited or not. That's a tough one for me. If you get to him, you got to hope he gets his 30-plus minutes. If he does, with all these guys out, he could definitely get you there at 8-2. But there is risk in playing CP3 today for sure. Donovan Mitchell ruled out. Another pretty big news there. That makes... Oh, now we got a lot of the Raptors guys ruled out. Giannis just got ruled out too. Okay, that's... I just picked up on that. So I stepped away from my computer for a sec. So I know Donovan Mitchell makes Mike Conley and Jordan Clarkson very viable. Jake Anderson again with a $5 super chat. Thank you, man. Thunderbolts. Yeah, OKC is super thin. Thanks again, man. I really do appreciate you hitting me with a super chat every single day. Again, guys, this is a super tricky slate and one I would not play a lot of. Giannis out. That's obviously a boost to Middleton, Bledsoe, other guys like that. But how many minutes are Middleton and Bledsoe going to get, right? So that makes it a bit tricky. Then we just got news that Lowry's questionable. Fred VanVleet's questionable. Serge Ibaka is questionable. If all those guys are out, I mean, there's potential value opening up for Toronto that I got to think about. Seth Curry available to play. Kelly Oubre is out. We expected that. So DK, what happened yesterday cost me the game. Last night was crazy. I did not think I had a shot, and then Austin Rivers went absolutely off. Obviously, Jared Allen had a really good day too, so I ended up winning in everything. All right, let's go over some of these odds. I might have to refresh here because I feel like some of these games got taken down. Maybe that Bucks one. Yeah, so we have Thunder Suns, a 221 over-under. Suns are 8-point favorites. A lot of guys for OKC resting. The good thing with those Suns guys, Booker, Ayton, we know they're going to play the Mets. Mavs, Jazz, 221.5 over-under. Jazz are 6.5-point favorites. Pacers, Heat, a 221.5 over-under. Heat are 4-point favorites. And Nuggets, Lakers, a 221 over-under. Lakers are 5-point favorites. Let's start with OKC here. So they're obviously resting a lot of guys here. CP3 is playing. I'm a little bit undecided on what I want to do. It's a back-to-back. If I knew CP3 was going to play 35 minutes, I would really like him. I think there's a decent chance he gets limited, maybe only plays the first half. That really worries me, so it's the risk-reward factor with him. Right? I think there's, obviously if he gets us minutes, he could crush, but I'm worried that he gets limited. The value options, Dort at 4K, I think is solid. He'll probably get good run. He has had some decent games here, so I think he's okay for value. I think Diallo's okay for value. I think Basley's okay for value. And Muscala. Those are the guys I would consider. Dort, Diallo, Basley, and Muscala. I don't really know if one stands out more than the other. I think all should get good run. So, and that's why it makes this slate tricky again. You're going to have to get these guys right if you pick one of them. And I think you can definitely leave salary on the table with so many studs resting or minutes up in the air. Don't be scared to leave a couple $1,000s on the table because a lot of these value plays are going to be really good. So yeah, I think Dort, Diallo, Basley, Muscala are all the guys I've mentioned for value for OKC. But there's also so much value in other games. So it's tricky. If you're going to make me pick one guy, and I think he goes low owned from OKC, it's going to be Diallo for me. I like his upside here. I think he goes, compared to guys like Dort, and Basley and Muscala. I think Diallo goes super low owned. So I kind of like him. I think he goes the lowest of the bunch at 3-4. But again, Muscala and Basley are going to split the center minutes. They should get good run. Basley went for 37 last game. Muscala had a good game as well. These guys are going to play basically the whole game at the center. And then, yeah, Dort, Diallo, they're viable. That's it for me. Yeah, OKC, they're pretty thin, though, right? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roberson's out. I don't know why they have him listed out. Wait, doesn't appear on the injury list? I thought he got listed out. Could be wrong there. 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, they still have decent guys. Like, yeah, so let's move on to Phoenix. Phoenix is a team that they are still in contention to make the playoffs. They have to win. So these starters are going to get extended. That's why I think getting to Rubio and Ayton look good in the slate. It's really just a process of elimination play, to be honest, right? So many guys are out. So many of the stars are out. So a lot of them are minutes up in the air. What we know with these Phoenix guys, they're going to play the minutes. As long as this game doesn't blow out or they get in foul trouble, Booker and Ayton are going for 35 to 40 minutes. So, yeah, and they're playing against a lot of the backups in OKC. I like the upside a lot on Booker. I like the upside a lot on Ayton. It's just, again, process of elimination on the slate. There's not a whole lot of viable spend-up plays. So I think Booker and Ayton are two of the guys that I'm very, very much considering because we know the minutes will be there. Rubio's at 6.5 makes for an interesting contrarian play because I think ownership will go to Booker and Ayton. I think a decent amount. And that's going to make Rubio unowned. It's a tricky price point, again, with so much value that the mid-tier is going to be a little bit hard to get to. So Rubio, interesting contrarian play. I think he goes super low owned. Cam Johnson's at 5.2. Is fine, but again, there's so much value right now that it kind of makes it tricky for me to recommend him at that price. And then I'm not going to get to anyone else. So really, for me, it's Booker and it's Ayton. And again, what we're getting from these guys is they're going to play the big minutes. So can you play Booker and Ayton together? Yes, I think you can. So let's move on to Dallas. Again, no Luka, no Porzingis, no DFS. Seth Curry, I believe, is probable. They released it's not confirmed, but I did tweet out their probable starting lineup, which was, I'll go over real quick. Tim Hardaway Jr., Justin Jackson, Seth Curry, J.J. Barea, and Boban. So, not really the best match against Utah, but these guys are all going to get good run. It's just, trying to get get on the right guy. So, and it's really tricky, too, with Carlisle because there's still a good amount of bodies, right? Hardaway's 1, Kleber's 2, Seth Curry's 3, Trey Burke 4, DeLon Wright 5, Justin Jackson 6, J.J. Barea 7, Boban 8. I think MKG could play 9. I think Cleveland could play 10, and Josh Rivas. So they still have 11 guys on the active roster. It does worry me with the guards just because they do have so many guards. Now, I definitely think at least one of those guys are going to get you there. Whether it be THJ, whether it be Trey Burke, DeLon Wright, J.J. Barea. It's just, trying to get which one it's going to be is a little bit trickier. It's a tough one, right? Trey Burke, he was he in there? No, he was not. So it's Curry and Barea. Curry's at 4-1. He has been dealing with a leg injury, which does worry me a bit. But I feel like he probably has the most upside. Him or maybe Burke or DeLon Wright. Again, it's really hard, guys, and that's why I would not recommend playing a lot of money on this slate. So much up in the air. We don't really know how many minutes these guys are going to get. They still do have a good amount of bodies, Dallas, and it's Rick Carlisle too. A guy that could start and play 5 minutes, like we saw with Boban the other day. I think Boban is going to be very high owned at min price. How many minutes will he get? Well, I think it's going to be, if he's going to start, I think it's somewhere between like 5 and 20. We saw that last game against the Clippers. He started, didn't come back in. He's not a good pick and roll defender. The Jazz do like running pick and rolls with Conley. So I don't know if Boban would play huge minutes. Maybe they just give it to Kleber, who I like. I think you can play both Kleber and Boban. I mean, they're like the only bigs on the roster. So I feel a little bit more confident targeting the bigs right now in Dallas just because I feel like their minutes look. Now, obviously, Boban right a little bit more up in there, but a guy like Maxi Kleber, even with him coming off the bench at 4-2, I think he probably gets 30 minutes in this one. So I have interest in Kleber. Again, Boban, his minutes, a little bit more in question, but he's obviously a great point per minute guy. So I do like the bigs here in Dallas. The guards are certainly in play too. I think at least one of those guys are going to have a huge day, whether it be THJ, Burke, DeLon Wright, J.J. Barea. Getting which one right is a little bit trickier. Again, maybe Seth Curry, Trey Burke would be the guys to look to for their prices. I mean, again, DeLon Wright has had huge games from Dallas, from Memphis too last year. He's even had some big games from Dallas when some other guys have rested. So, I mean, yeah, it's Wright, it's Seth Curry, it's Trey Burke. It's tricky. Even J.J. Barea in play at min price. I mean, I just don't know how many minutes he's going to get. So it's really a headache slate here with Dallas. And, yeah, that's really my breakdown. I wish I had a better answer for you guys on like which value plays I'm looking to. I just think you got to have interest in all the guards and Boban and Kleber. On the Utah side, no Donovan Mitchell. They're still playing for seeding in the playoffs. So I have interest in these Utah guys. Mike Conley's at 6'1". With no Donovan Mitchell, I like his upside a lot here. I think he goes maybe a little bit lower owned, but the minutes will be there from Conley. I think 35 or so, as long as nothing crazy happens like foul trouble or injury. And I also have interest in Jordan Clarkson at 5K. He's going to shoot the ball a ton with no Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell is a guy that was the highest usage guy on the team. Shot the ball 33 times that last game. He also plays huge minutes. Like those minutes have to go somewhere. So Conley and Clarkson, I think, are the biggest beneficiaries of no Donovan Mitchell. I also have interest in Joe Ingles. I think he goes a lot lower owned compared to those other two guys, but he's still in play. And then finally, Rudy Gobert at 7'6". Has had some big games, 53 and 43. Now, sure, the game went to double OT against Denver. Will be matched up possibly against like Boban or Kleber. I'm fine to get to Rudy Gobert too. I think he goes a little bit lower owned on this one. So that's really it for Utah. Let's move on to Toronto and Milwaukee. Again, we just got that news that now Lowry and Fred VanVleet are up in the air. Oh man, this is a tricky one. All those Pelicans guys got ruled out. No surprise there since they're out of the playoffs. Ibaka questionable too. Lowry and VanVleet. If all three of those guys are out, I mean, I think a guy like Pascal Siakam has to look good if he's gonna get his normal minutes. Lowry, Fred VanVleet, if they play, I think they look decent. I'd probably prefer Fred VanVleet to Lowry for his price. Toronto is known for giving their starters big runs. So if those guys do play, I think you're going to feel pretty confident they get good minutes. But if Ibaka's out, an interesting, maybe dart throw that no one will be on is a guy like Chris Boucher. Very, very good point per minute guy. This is a game maybe they just limit the starters with a lot of guys, possibly out. Maybe Boucher gets extended. That's just a complete dart throw, though, in GPP. So he's a really good point per minute guy. Guys like Norman Powell, Terrence Davis, these would be, if both Lowry and Fred VanVleet are out, like those two would shoot the ball a ton. I think Powell and Davis go pretty unowned just because this news just broke. But again, if Lowry and Fred VanVleet are out, those are probably the guys I would look to for Toronto. I think they would have to play good minutes, both Norman Powell and Terrence Davis, and both have upside. So those are two guys that I think go very low on the slate just because we did just get that news. On the Milwaukee side, now we have no Giannis. He is not probable. That's not updated. He is out, so do not play Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's still a little bit tricky because the Bucks aren't playing for anything. So are Middleton and Bledsoe going to get the minutes? That's the big question here. I do like them both a good amount if they get the minutes, right? Because the equation's always been throughout the year, throughout last year, whenever Giannis is out, I get to Middleton, I get to Bledsoe. I don't know if the minutes are necessarily secure, but they get a huge boost when Giannis is out. So I like Middleton. I like Bledsoe. Could be a shot I'm willing to take. I'm probably going to have to rearrange my current lineup right now and try to get at least one of those guys in because, again, they have enormous upside. So I'm going to be trying to do some tinkering with my lineup as I go along. Brook Lopez gets a boost, but again, is he going to continue to get 30 minutes? He's had some really, really good games recently. The thing with this, so it's not the best matchup against Marc Gasol. So that's a little bit tricky. The value with Milwaukee, like DiVincenzo, George Hill, I don't think I would get to those guys. There's too many other good value plays on this slate. The OKC guys, the Dallas guys, that I don't know if I would get to the value for Milwaukee. So really for me, it's Middleton and it's Bledsoe for me. I like them both a lot. The question is, do they get their full minutes, right? I don't know. On the Pacer side, we have TJ Warren's status up in the air. He was playing huge minutes and shooting the ball a ton. If he's out, I like Brogdon and Oladipo a good amount. Those two would have to do a lot more offensively. Both of them playing some good minutes, Oladipo and Brogdon. So these two guys right now are strictly dependent on TJ Warren's status. If TJ Warren's out, I like them, even in a tough spot against Miami. If TJ Warren's in, I think Oladipo and Brogdon are fine, but not my favorite plays. And then TJ Warren himself, if he plays, I think would still be in play. Him and Jimmy Butler hate each other. They probably want to go after it. Again, he's been playing amazing, shooting the ball amazing. Does that trend continue? So that's pretty big news. Miles Turner at 6'3". I don't think I'm going to get to him against Bam. The value for the Pacers, no thank you. I mean, if TJ Warren is out, you can consider maybe a guy like Doug McDermott or Jakar Sampson, but still, I think I like the value elsewhere better. So really, for me right now, it's Brogdon and Oladipo if Warren's out. If Warren's in, I think Brogdon and Oladipo are fine, and then TJ Warren would be a fine play too, even though he's priced up in a bad matchup. Let's move on to Miami. Bam Adebayo's at 7'9". I don't think I'm going to get to him. I mean, he makes for a interesting contrarian play. Not a lot of people will be on him. It's just the minutes, right? He wasn't in foul trouble last game. Still only played 30 minutes. Jimmy Butler now back too. So Bam's minutes are just going down, which worries me. If he was going to play 35 minutes, then I'd have a little bit more interest. Jimmy Butler himself at 7'2". Looks like he's going to be back. Again, him and TJ Warren do not like each other. The price point looks good on him. I think we probably get 35 minutes if he's not going to be limited from Jimmy Butler. So I do like Jimmy at 7'2". I think it will make for a pretty solid play in the mid-range. Hero, this is strictly dependent on Goran Dragic. If Dragic plays, I'm not going to get to Hero at 5'3". If Dragic out, I would have some interest in Hero at that price. I'm not going to get to Kelly O in the slate. I'm not going to get to Duncan or Jay Crowder or the value with Jimmy coming back. So really, it's Jimmy for me, and then possibly Dragic. If he plays and starts at 4'9", I would like Dragic. But if Dragic out, I would have interest in Tyler Hero. Lastly, Denver and the Lakers. So both teams don't have, well, the Lakers for sure don't have a whole lot to play for. I was reviewing the standings to kind of see, which teams really need to win. Denver can still catch the Clippers for the 2 seed, but do they want to? Because right now they're currently matched up against the Jazz, who would be a preferred probably opponent to Dallas. So does Denver even want to win and try to catch the Clippers? Probably not. So it's tricky. Jokic at 9-1. He has Mike Malone as his coach. He got double overtime. That's when he played 42 minutes. I think we get probably about 30 to 32 from Jokic. The price is decreased. The thing is we have Jamal Murray back, who's a high-usage guy. Jokic at times can take over games. At times can be a ghost out there offensively. So that's another question mark for me. I think he's in play as a spend-up. Michael Porter Jr. with Jamal Murray back, I still think is viable. He's shooting the ball a ton. The minutes are there. Played 35 in regular time. So I have a little bit of interest there in MPJ still, even at 7-7. Jamal Murray played 39 minutes in double OT, so only 29 in regulation. Just came back from that injury. I'm a little bit worried they still kind of take it easy on him a bit. He has had good games against the Lakers in the past, but I don't know if I'm going to prioritize Jamal Murray. The value with Denver, I'm not going to get to them with Murray, MPJ, and Jokic out there, unless a couple of those guys are out for rest or something. But yeah, like Grant, Millsap, Craig, Monte Morris, those are guys I'm avoiding unless we get some news that some Denver guys are going to be out. Finally, the Lakers, big question mark is what are you going to do with LeBron? What are you going to do with AD? LeBron played 35 minutes the last game. AD played 35 as well. Do they give those minutes again? I don't know. The Lakers have nothing to play for. Absolutely nothing. They have the 1 seed locked up. AD against Houston did not come back in the fourth quarter in a close game. I think we could see that. I think we could see them playing the first half and then getting rested. So, yeah, there's huge risk with these Lakers guys. If I knew both AD and LeBron are going to play 35 minutes, I would like them a lot because then you can go the stars and scrubs build, right, and play a lot of those value guys and pair them with AD and LeBron. I just think their minutes are a little bit more in question. So, do you want to take this risk there, right? There's risk with almost every single guy on this slate. Kuzma, I don't get to him unless AD or LeBron are out or both. The value with the Lakers, I'm not getting to anyone there because they just run such a deep rotation. The only guy I will mention is Dwight Howard at 3-4. I think he goes virtually unowned. Someone I would look to probably in the late slate, 17, 17, 20, and 20 minutes. We know Denver runs big. I think this is a game Dwight maybe gets to 20, maybe even 25. Again, he's been playing well. So I like Dwight. He's going to go unowned in the main slate. If you're making multiple lineups, maybe throw him in there 1. But he's more of a late slate play that I like at 3-4. So Let's go over some news real quick. Again, I'm going to be tinkering with my lineup as I try to answer you guys' questions. Harden out Tuesday. Westbrook out. Will play Tuesday. Okay, so it's going to be Russell Westbrook season there tomorrow. Yeah, let's get into some questions. Currently at 255 viewers. If you guys enjoy this content, if you enjoy all the videos, live streams, we'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Question of the day: Maxi Kleber or Diallo? I think I like. That's a tough one. I think I like Kleber a little bit more, but it is close. Yeah, so my thoughts right now is I'm probably going to try to get Bledsoe and Middleton in and just hope they get the minutes. Because if they do with no Giannis, again, those, even in a tough spot like Bledsoe and Middleton, have huge upside. I feel like the Bucks will want to play Bledsoe for sure to get him back into the rhythm. That is true. Again, Bledsoe's been coming back from the injury. Minutes are slowly going up, so I probably feel a little bit more confident about Bledsoe at his price. Brogdon and Jokic or AD and Rubio. I already have Booker and Ayton. I'd probably go Brogdon and Jokic there. Bol gets minutes. Not enough. I mean, I'm not going to get to him unless a lot of guys are out for Dallas. Siakam looks good with no Giannis and Ibaka and Gasol's status up in the air. He should get more boards. I don't think I saw Gasol on there, right? It was Ibaka, Fred VanVleet, and Fred VanVleet, and Lowry, right? I didn't see Gasol unless I am missing something, which I could be. But let's see. Let's go click on Gasol here. No, doesn't look like his status is in question. So Ayton isn't starting. Are you sure about that? That would obviously surprise me. No, that is fake news. I do not see that. So Basley or Josh Jackson? Josh Jackson. Basley. Isn't Josh Jackson on the Grizzlies? I'm going Conley, Hardaway, Jr., Butler, Basley, Ayton, Booker, MPJ, and Ani. Must have tonight. Really tricky question. I'm going to go Eric Bledsoe at his price at 5'4" with no Giannis. I like that. Kleber or O'Neal. I'm going to go Kleber. Where's Ayton not starting? I think that's fake news. I did not see that. I mean, I trust Fantasy Labs, and I just went to them really quick. Don't see it, so yeah, that's fake news. Slate is ruthless. LeBron, I don't know if he. I mean, what's your risk reward factor? LeBron, if he gets 35 minutes, could definitely get you there. I'm just worried he gets limited. Yeah, that was fake news. Don't worry about it. DK, how do you feel about playing Jokic? I'm good at Jokic. I think he has upside at 9-1. Oh, meant Justin Jackson. I wouldn't go to Justin Jackson. He's a lower usage guy. I would just prefer those guards that I mentioned on Dallas or the bigs. Dwight Howard or Ersan. Of those two, it's going to be Dwight. I guess Ersan is more viable now with Giannis too out. But the thing with like the Milwaukee guys is they have a lot of bodies still. Right, they have Marvin Williams too. Like, I don't think I get to Ersan on this slate. He is a guy that in the past has become a lot like very viable when Giannis is out, but I don't think we do it on this slate. Diallo or Basley? Good question. Basley's going to be more popular. I think I prefer Diallo. You're going to feel dumb when Ingles or Hardaway. Also a tough one. I think the upside's a little bit higher in THJ with no Doncic, no Porzingis. Thoughts on Brook Lopez? I'm good with Brolo too. He's been playing really well. Will Boban hurt us at min price? I have no idea what his minutes are going to be. It's Rick Carlisle. Again, that's why I don't like this slate. We're putting our trust in a guy that literally just changes around the rotation every single day. So I have Boban in, hoping he gets extended, but I would not be surprised if he plays like 5 minutes. Yeah, it's going to be Basley there over Justin Jackson. Hey, DK, fellow DK. Single entry, Conley, Booker, O'Neal, Ayton, the Boban. Jingle, Kleber, Jokic. I'm good with it. Brogdon or Oladipo if Warren's out. Brogdon or Oladipo. Probably Oladipo for his price, but I do like both a good amount. Let's see. What do I need to change here? Let's see. Kleber, Dwight. I would go Kleber there. If Warren's ruled out, MPJ or Siakam. Siakam, I would go Siakam if all those guys are out for Toronto. Jimmy or Jamal. I like Jimmy. I'm a little bit more confident there. Muscala, scoring dependent. Muscala's be playing the center, so I don't know. Malcolm Brogdon or Jamal Murray. I will go Brogdon there. Again, that's assuming TJ Warren's out. How does this lineup look? Book, Butler, Middleton, Warren, Ayton, Boban, Bledsoe, Ingles, THJ, Muscala. Yeah, so that's pretty similar to my build right now. Like, those are the guys I'm targeting. I'm not getting to a guy like AD or LeBron for those reasons of I'm a little bit worried they get limited. How do you feel about Siakam? I do like Siakam now with possibly all those guys are out. But again, that news is up in the air. So a little bit tricky there. Sorry, guys, doing some rearranging here. Do you have a core? I mean, it's so tricky on this slate, guys. I would say, like, one of the Utah guards, one of the Phoenix guys, whether it be Booker or Ayton. So I would go core would be one of Conley or Clarkson, one of Booker or Ayton, one of Bledsoe or Middleton, and then value, so many plays. I'm taking the shot on Boban and hoping he gets extended, but I know the risk with Carlisle. Boban could play 5 minutes. Muscala or Boban? Muscala is safer for sure. So you're going for safety, it's Muscala. Yeah, so just mention my core there again. One of the Utah guards, Conley or Clarkson. One of the Phoenix studs, Booker or Ayton. One of the Milwaukee guys, Bledsoe or Middleton. How do you feel about Brogdon? Again, dependent on TJ Warren news. Ayton not starting. Is that actually like true? Is he actually not starting? Yeah, he's actually not starting. Jesus. All right, we got 3 minutes to lock. I got to probably take out DeAndre Ayton. I'm just going to put Siakam in for now. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, guys, what's going on with Ayton. I don't. So this slate is a complete shit show. Obviously, that's a boost of Booker Rubio. But again, I got to get this in really quick. Sarge is starting. I think if Ayton's out and Sarge starts at center, Sarge is a really solid play. We don't know what the news is, though, like, for sure. Yeah, I got to do some rearranging here. I apologize. Give me 1 minute here. Again, I'll try to keep an eye on this stuff, but this is some pretty crazy news that I was not expecting. This late, yeah. It is not fun, guys. And again, hopefully you guys are not playing a lot on this slate. CP3, Bam, or Butler. It's going to be Butler out of those 3. Warren or Middleton. It's going to be Middleton for me right now. Do you like this lineup? Booker, Hardaway Jr., Butler, Basley, Gobert, Dragic, and Siakam. Yeah, again, kind of dependent on if Dragic plays, obviously. But the Ayton news is really, really hurting me right now. Because him and Booker were basically Thunder starting Paul, Abdul Nader, Dort, Basley, and Muscala. Via the broadcast, DeAndre Ayton missed his COVID testing. All right, missed the COVID testing. Looks like no DeAndre Ayton. Yeah, Booker obviously gets a huge boost. If you get to Sarge, Sarge looks really solid too. That's a play no one's going to be on. I don't have enough time to switch to him right now, but I have Booker in there. Yeah, do not play DeAndre Ayton, guys. Looks like he missed the COVID test. Sarge is a really solid play that no one will be on if you have the time to get to him. You have like 30 seconds. I just can't rearrange my lineup in that time. But if you have multiple lineups, throw Sarge in there one. I think he could crush his salary. Yep, exactly. Do not play DeAndre Ayton. Whew. Well, I am sweating there. That was Boban starting. We think that's the probable starters. I'm curious to see what DeAndre Ayton's ownership is going to be, because I feel he was a guy that would be decent owned. That news came out like a few minutes before lock, not fake news. Yep. SMH got Ayton all my lineups last second. Why reveal this now? Exactly. Like, this game was literally locked in like 2 minutes, and they just give that news. I legit work as a server and have multiple tables right now, but I've got to get this lineup set first. I feel you, man. Sarge, 7%, I'll take it. Yeah, I couldn't get to him. I didn't have enough time. I was trying to like answer you guys' questions too. I play Booker. I think Booker gets a huge boost. Damn it, Ayton. Yeah, got Sarge in. We'll scroll up and give that man an apology. Yeah, sorry for the guy that said that. That was, I don't know how we got that info, but yeah. I put an MPJ for now. Ayton 21% owned DeAndre Ayton. Let's go. That is that's huge. I played 4. Okay. So Chris Paul 20%, Devin Booker 63%, Darius Bazley coming in at 60% owned. I like Darius Bazley, but 60% with all the value on the slate. Mike Muscala 13%. So yeah, people went with Bazley over Muscala. This is in the $40. Ayton going to cost me $5. Yeah, DeAndre Ayton in the $40 single entry is 36% owned. DeAndre Ayton. Told you, man. Ayton not starting. You saying fake? He's out. COVID-19 test. No, yeah, I saw that. Confirmed that he is not starting. Ayton 36% owned. Big DK. Glorious chaos. Again, a reason why I said to take it light on this slate. Ayton missed coronavirus testing Sunday, won't start Monday. So he has to be out, right? If he misses coronavirus test, there's no way he can play. People are freaking out in the comments there. Thank you for telling us. I didn't see the notification. You saved me, of course, man. Rubio 6%. DeAndre is 78% owned in the $8 showdown. Thank God I used my ticket today. Hey, that's 78% dead money. Again, if he missed the testing, I assume he has to be out. Ayton missed his coronavirus test Sunday, was retested Monday morning, and can rejoin team when results return. That's what I just saw. So I guess if the results return quick, he could play. Oh, man, what a way to lock a slate. Jeez, I need an adult. Whew. So yeah, basically I went with I have the Milwaukee exposure, Bledsoe, Middleton. I have, one of the Utah guards. I have, a couple of value Dallas guys. I put Siakam in for now. Again, that's assuming all those guys are out for Toronto. Thank you for the Ayton. Yeah, of course, man. You can't announce Ayton won't be playing when the game is already locked. I had a bad feeling about Ayton. Thank God I didn't pick him. I love how the NBA knew he missed the 3 tests before the game. Yeah, I know. He can't play, I believe. Okay. DK, you think Cheek Diallo could have a sneaky play? You mean Hamidou Diallo, not Cheek Diallo, right? Damn, I got him out of almost all of my lineups. I'm glad I was watching. LOL. Yep. Dragic or Bledsoe. It's going to be Bledsoe for me. Hoping he gets some minutes. I debated playing the $4 GPP today. Rip Ayton picks. Yeah, he's high owned, man. He's like 40%. That's 40% dead lineups in my opinion. I don't think he can play. 23% owned over there. Ilyasova. With all the value on the slate, I wouldn't. Milwaukee still has so many guys I can use. So I wouldn't do Ilyasova. So the entire time, they still, in the last minute, yep, exactly. Brogdon, Jamal Murray, and Porter Jr. Siakam. It's going to be Porter Jr. and Siakam for me, assuming those guys from Toronto are out. If Dragic and Warren out, do you like Hero or Oladipo? That's a tricky one. I would go Oladipo over Hero, though. This is why you watch DK live stream if you're playing guys. Bubble News is insane. Yeah, really crazy. I had him in all my laps, but missed Surge. Okay, DK, Butler, Warren, or Bam. Right now, it's going to be Jimmy Butler. Right now. I think Jimmy Butler is the best of those 3. The Suns, if Warren plays, make sure to put him in against Butler, right? They both hate each other. They're both going to want to go at it, so I'm good at TJ Warren. He's been shooting the ball a ton. Cheek Diallo backup center with Baines out. That's a good, yeah. Good, I mean, I don't think he gets enough minutes. The Sun starters get huge runs, so I assume Sarge is going to play good minutes. Like, I assume Sarge gets 30-ish, maybe more. So, yeah, I wouldn't go Diallo. Obviously, the game's already locked. DK's Lifesaver liked the video. Let's see. Mavs confirmed lineup. Let's see. What do they got? Mavs will start Berea, Curry, Hardaway Jr., Justin Jackson, and Boban. So, like I said, I told you guys I'm going Boban. I'm hoping, like, that a few slates ago when people were recommending Boban when he started, I was like, let's pump the brakes. This is Rick Carlisle. How can we trust that? But we have no Luka, no Porzingis, which is key, and no DFS. So they're really thin up front. I think Boban's somewhere between 5 to 20 minutes. If he gets the higher end of those minutes, if he gets close to 20, obviously he can absolutely crush that salary. The Boban, yep, I think it's time to free Boban. Hoping, but I'm just waiting for Rick Carlisle to play him 5 minutes, and that's it. You still like Butler? Yes, I do. Thanks, DK, of course. I mean, he's going to be so chalk, so really, yeah, Boban starting and missed him, huh? Clarkson starting. Is he starting? Let's see. Jazz starting lineup out. Still don't trust Dallas guards. Yeah, Clarkson starting. I like Conley. I like Clarkson a good amount. Still could do some rearranging here. Like, I do have Conley in currently, but I kind of want to get Clarkson in there too. Yeah, see, that wouldn't really work. Might just stick with Conley, but obviously, again, with no Donovan Mitchell, like I said, I really like Conley. I really do like Clarkson. Ayton out, yep. Still don't trust Dallas guards, but one will likely crush. Exactly my analysis. It's hard to pick to get to which one is going to have the good game. I think at least one will absolutely crush. Boban or Howard, it's going to be Boban for me. I'm taking the risk there. Howard is probably your safer option, but Boban, if he gets extended, could crush the salary. Clarkson starting, yep, I like Clarkson a lot. Him and Mike Conley look good to me. Going to wait on news and choose between him and Middleton. Nothing you can do that take your L and move on to the slate. I'm nervous right now. I faded both Utah guards. I think it's okay, right? But I don't know if you have to play one of the Utah guards, but I do like both those guys a good amount. Van Fleet now a game time decision. Yep, him, Lowry, Andy Ibaka are all game time decisions. Hero or Oladipo, dependent on news. If TJ Warren's out, it's Oladipo for me. If Dragic is out, and TJ Warren out, then I still probably prefer Oladipo. Bledsoe or Clarkson, that's a tricky one. That's a really tricky one. I currently have Bledsoe, but I love both those. That's almost a coin flip for me. Bledsoe, the minutes are probably a little bit more up in the air, whereas Clarkson, you gotta feel like he's gonna get good run. I took a shot in CP3 and Sarge. Let's go. I mean, yeah, those are two I think are gonna be very low owned. Ayton joining. Really? That would not be good. Cleared en route to Sun. See that? What the hell, man? DeAndre Ayton cleared en route to join Suns for Monday's game. People are like, run, bro. Wow. I don't even know what to think anymore. I mean, you got to assume Ayton's going to miss some time. I don't know how close he is to the arena. I think probably pretty close. Who knows now, man? Who knows? Wow, that kind of hurts because that was a lot of dead lineups. Yeah. Rip people playing Sarge. Yep. Now Sarge is dead for sure. So if you have Sarge, I apologize. Again, I have no idea what's going on here. I'm trying to do my best. He's warming up and shit right now. Is he? Never joining the stream. Never joining the stream again. No way he plays first half. Let's go. No, canceled today. Dude has been chilling. That's tough. What a shit show. We played ourselves. I hate him. Ayton is going to play. Yeah. That really sucks, to be honest. No way he plays the first half. This is BS. It's okay. He'll miss the first half. Is he going to miss the first half? I don't know where he is right now. DFS at the best. I hopefully miss like at least 10 minutes. Yeah, Bledsoe here at Oladipo, even with Warren and Dragic playing. It's going to be Bledsoe right now. DK the man regardless, just tough news. Yeah, I mean, I did the best with what I was right on top of it. I mean, yeah, I don't even know what else to say about that. What is happening? Yeah, 99K left for the utilities, AD, the play or pay down. That's a good question. If AD plays his minutes, I think you get a really good game, but Lakers are playing for nothing. So it's a risk, but it's up to you. He's probably at the hotel, not the game. Yeah, he should be number one, and it'll take 1 hour to get to the game. Spain, but if Ayton plays half, then both are screwed. Definitely not DK's fault. Still hope Ayton doesn't play. I think he's got to play right now. If he's en route to play, I think he would for sure play. But who knows? DK helped me out. I've got Kleber in right now, but he's not starting. I still like Maxi Kleber. I mentioned that. I don't think Boban's going to play huge minutes no matter what. So Kleber's a guy I think probably gets close to 30 minutes. Today's ridiculous. Brogdon and Jamal Murray for core. Brogdon right now, hoping Warren's out. Don't worry, DK. It's been a crazy year. There's nothing you can do. Just screwed. Laughing at that. Ayton scores 50. I'll kill myself. Yeah, watch Ayton go for a huge game now that I got off him with that news. I barely got my Ayton out of time in like 10 seconds left. Well, the good news, I guess, right now is he is still not out there. The game just started, and DeAndre Ayton is not out there. So I feel like he's got to miss some time. He is playing. Yep, I know. Do you think Toronto will lean on Siakam or just give all the backups? Again, that's a question I don't know. I mean, if all those guys are out, I like Siakam, but again, his minutes could be in question. Sarge is playing at the moment. Yep. Do you have a Utah guard? I do. I really like Conley and Clarkson. I only have Conley right now, but I like both those guys a lot. When will we know about Warren and Dragic? Whenever the teams say the news, I guess. As Ayton goes for 50, I'll never play DFS again. You know what's going to happen, too. You know DeAndre Ayton's going to go off and reward those people who are not on top of it, which really does suck. But he's still not in the game yet, so I think he's got to miss a good amount of minutes. We'll see. Murray or Conley? Right, it's Conley for me. Need Sarge go insane before Ayton comes back. Yeah, again, we don't know where he is. How close is he? What is going on, right? When do we know about the Warren Dragic? Again, whenever the teams release that news, probably closer to when the game tips off. They troll the heck of us, everybody. The bubble's small. Is he is small. He is on the site. Is he? Okay. Ingles or Royce? Ingles for me. Announcer said Ayton can't play until test comes back. Yep, but the test did just come back. He got cleared. Let's fucking go, Saric. Man, probably the most fun I've had before lock. I don't even care. This shit is hilarious. Yeah, it's a shit show for sure. I got to get out of here, guys, though. I do appreciate you guys all coming to the live stream. We're close to 300 viewers once again. So good luck, guys. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, it's important to do so. I'll try to keep you guys updated. An absolutely crazy slate. And again, play light, tread lightly. There's so much up in the air. Thanks, guys. Hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you all later.